straight in the middle of the pack. Up will come the cup.
And they're going to go for another round.
Why not?
Dmitry Kulikov.
For all these players and managers and player development people and PR staff on the ice, everybody's got a story about what they dreamed about. And for a lot of them, for most of us that played, you dream about it all you want. You never get to be here.
Edward Hagee has his name on the cup for the second time. Also 2020, that was in the bubble with Tampa Bay. There weren't. And Paul Maurice answered the call and has led them to this Stanley Cup. But there are a lot of new players this year on this Florida team brought in by Bill Zito. Guys like Evan Rodriguez on his fourth team in 5 years. Ekman Larson and Kulikov, who made up a tremendous third D pair. So as the celebration continues, a moment ago, Kevin Weeks spoke with Chris Knobloch.
Thanks so much. I'm joined by Oilers head coach Chris Knobloch. Coach, you took over this team. You guys did what many people thought was the impossible. You're in 31st place. You come all the way back to make the Stanley Cup. What's one redeeming quality about your team that we couldn't know?
Well, first of all, we obviously have a lot of good players and a good team. And we knew that things were going to sort out and start winning some hockey games. But how resilient they are. You know, so many times they were down and out, backs against the wall back in November where they were 31st in the league. And, you know, a couple times in the playoffs where we're facing elimination games, 2 against Vancouver, 4 against Florida here, and you know, we just came up a little short to a team that's very deserving.
You said that you've been a part of teams, and we all have, that believe even when you're down. You say you believe, but you really believe that this team did. What was that quality that led you to have that level of conviction in your group?
Just everything that we went through this season. I thought we responded well to adversity. Started the series, you know, I thought we didn't deserve to be down 0-3. You know, the biggest one was just seeing the players, how they conducted themselves. They weren't down, they weren't out, they believed. So it was easy for the coach to say, hey, we've got an opportunity.
Coach, thanks so much. You guys have made the Oil and Edmonton a hockey destination once again. I know you fell just short, but you guys have a lot to be proud of. Thanks for taking the time to join us.
Thanks very much.
Over to you. Sucks. Yeah. For a team that came all the way back, you know, and what was it today? What do you think the difference was that
We knew it was going to be tight, you know, game 7 for the cup. We knew it was going to be a real tight game, and it was going to come down to one thing here and there, and you know, we're an inch away from going ahead 2-1 right before they go ahead 2-1, and you know, it's tough. They do a good job of shutting things down, and we had our looks, just didn't find it.
Big Walt, I mean, that's awesome. Awesome to see, and I'm sure for him, you know, a lot of people talk about him not having a Stanley Cup, not being in the Hall of Fame that he should be. I'm sure he would trade all that in to do this with his son today. This is pretty awesome.
Evan Rodriguez promised his daughter would sit in that cup. Well, she's 10 months old.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
It's awesome.
Well, this is why we talked at the start of the show, where the players are going to be very emotional going into this game, and this is what's going to be going through their minds about all the people that got them there, the families, the moms, the dads, the husbands, the wives. I mean, it's just one of those times that it's hard to explain, but when you go into the game, you got to be able to push that aside, and now you can see all that pent-up emotion coming to the forefront when they've actually won the Stanley Cup. What a moment for all these players.
Florida Panthers.
I think the perfect example of that was earlier in the series, Matthew gave a game puck to our team services guy. I won't tell you why. That doesn't happen. That's leadership, that's kindness, and that's how all these guys treat each other. I know it's a superlative, I know you hear it every time someone wins something, but it's different.
So what
It's really humbling, and it's really, I don't know, everybody who's done it says to you, now you know it's like when you don't know what love is until you have a kid, right? And the baby comes out, like, oh, I don't know what, that's kind of how I feel.
You took a chance and hired Paul Maurice. Why was he the right man? Okay, so tell me, why was he the right man for this group?
Well, if you ever interact with him, you can tell right away. He has the hockey acumen. Most importantly, his character, he's perceptive, and he has emotional intelligence. And he knows how to treat people and get the most out of guys.
Calling each other a team, and if you really want to take it to another level, let's start calling each other a family, because that's what wins championships, is family and a team.
You know they're a family in that locker room. Not to say that Edmonton isn't. I just know some of those guys on that team, and I know what they've gone through all year. I see the sacrifices that they make for each other. Les, you gonna be all right?
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Les get emotional.
Oh, no.
Great.
So this will sting in Edmonton for a while, and I get it, but in the end, this is probably the best overall ending for everyone. The Panthers don't have to deal with a title of the all-time epic collapse. The Oilers showed their mettle in coming back from down 0-3 to force a 7-game series. Connor McDavid, the best player on the planet, wins the Conn Smythe in a losing effort. So a lot of these endings are tied up in a neat and tidy package, and that's how we send it back to Sean McDonough.
403-5. It's virtually impossible to dig out of that hole. The Edmonton Oilers almost did it in a season of remarkable bounce backs from day one when they lost to Vancouver 8-1 in their season opener. But Ray, tonight belongs to Matthew Tkachuk, his family, and everybody involved with the Florida Panthers. It's really a remarkable story to rebuild yourselves as quickly as they did and win the cup. And credit to all concerned, because this is an organization-wide effort that resulted in the first championship.
Didn't have that extra come playoff time.
There's nothing harder than losing.
No, I told him that was the best play he made all game, so.
How about this guy behind us?
He likes the interview more than you do.
Come on, guys, really?
Just thought they needed some profanity.
Gotta get to the final. Get nothing!
I brought some.
Stanley Cup final. Talk about awesomeness. This is to the Stanley Cup final. All eyes on the prize. The Stanley Cup final.
We got 4 more.
Let's get it going. Signed here for a reason. The Panthers lead 3 games to none.
Not over till it's over. You're gonna drag him back over.